Please subscribe to my channel. A long time ago, a golden rabbit was very clever and tricked all the other animals. Torture. Even though he has no good heart, he is so intelligent that he is feared all over the forest. At that time, the golden rabbit became very happy. No one is as good as me, he said. He couldn't beat me. One day, the golden rabbit met a snail. "Hey, how slow is the animal walking?" he said, as if to follow the snail and hit him. Every time they see snails, they go after them one by one, so they don't go outside for fear that the snails will join the golden rabbit. After a while, snails can't do the job well. Hiding in fear, he didn't even have to find food, and the treasures he had to deliver to the Snail King were dwindling. When the Snail King did not receive the taxes he was supposed to receive, he asked, "How did it happen, senators?" So they applied to make it clear that it was the snail senators. "That's right, King. Right now, all our snails are suffering because of the golden rabbit's interference. Because of him, we can't do whatever we want. We can't find anything when we want to. Not only is the economy bad, but we're also worried about our food, King." "Hey, did the golden rabbit do this? I have yet to meet with His Highness." The next day, the Snail King went to the golden rabbit and met him. Shui Yun didn't even care because he still thought of the Snail King. The Snail King said, "Golden rabbit here, Mong Rin is bullying his snails, stop standing by." Little Long, the king of snails, came to knit. "Tell me, what's wrong with being the Snail King? A snail is a slow-moving animal. Children, I'm still sleepy even talking." "It's not slow, golden rabbit. We too. It's fast in terms of scale." "Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. That's funny, Snail King. Is the snail fast? So, should I race with Po Shui Yun?" The Snail King asked, "Will you promise not to disturb the snails again if Mong Yin loses?" Po Shui Yun promised with a smile. The Snail King. Every animal has its advantages. Rabbits can run on land, but we can't in water. Now, where will we run? "Ha, I'll have to run on land. How can I run in the water?" "Well, I'll have to run in the water." "How do you run on land?" The final agreement was reached from this dispute. The rabbit will run on the ground. The runway is a river. Might Nya will be released. At the confluence of the river and the river, they will enter the flower. The snail must swim and run from the river. The rabbit will run from the hill to the river bank. The rabbit was happy. In his mind, the snail must go along the winding river. Since he is on land, if he runs in line with the shortcut, the trip will be shorter. It will definitely be possible. King Crew, after consulting with his people, issued the order. You each take a place along the river. Line up from the right side of the river to the confluence of the river. If the rabbit shouts, "King of snails," the nearest snail must respond, "That's right, King," and then the appointed day arrived. Say the Snail King and the golden rabbit went out from the river. The golden rabbit started running on the ground. The Snail King followed the river. I started running from the river bank. When the golden rabbit was very young, I wanted to know how much the Snail King had missed. The Snail King. 2. Hey, it's even in front of me. Is it? Golden Rabbit was greatly surprised. I wonder if snails are really fast in water. No matter what, I can't give up from running so that you can't win. If not, I thought that I would lose my dignity, so I desperately ran away. After a while, I wanted to know where the Snail King was, so I asked again. I also think that this time I will definitely be left far behind. But Snail King. Like, hey, you're even in front of me again? It's impossible, only if you speed up. The golden rabbit didn't break his heart this time. I started running. When I ran, I was pretty fast. After running at the fastest speed in his life, he called again after a long time. Snail King. Like. He's dead. Be faster than me this time. Do you? The goal is almost reached. Give up. It doesn't happen. After a full run, he finally reached the goal of the Mitswan River mouth, so the golden rabbit began to wipe his feet. The poor fellow was so tired that his tongue was sticking out. The snail was holding the goal and welcoming him. The snails looked alike. Therefore, the golden rabbit did not realize the trick of the Snail King and thought that the snail near the goal was the Snail King. I had to win, so I ran after closing the last one. The goal is also a snail. I started to cry. Go away, lose? He. A snail pretending to be a Snail King. And after laughing, Brother Golden Rabbit, since Mong Yin has lost in the competition, I must definitely keep my promise. Okay, Brother Shuiong, okay, my brother. I'm tired too, let's go and rest. In this way, in the running race between King Snail and Golden Rabbit, the clever Golden Rabbit, I lost a big loss. That's why when old women discipline their children, they began to say that the golden rabbit is smart but can't even beat the snail because of bad behavior.